主に、この世界の嘘を取り扱っている。
This channel mainly deals with lies in this world, but the most important element in that big lie is this is health information that is prevalent in this world. In particular, the lies in the official information are so serious that the number of people suffering from diseases is increasing year by year. Also, as you know, the global large theater that started in 2020 also had health issues. If I give a detailed explanation about this part, it is YouTube's custom that the advertisement of this video will be taken away, and in the worst case, the channel will be deleted. I won't talk too much about that today. The theme I will talk about today is this health method. In addition to searching for the truth over the past few years, we have also been conducting deep research into health and have even conducted human experiments ourselves, and somehow we have reached it, achieving the ultimate goal of perfect health. Of course, in this world, there is a regulation called the Pharmaceutical Affairs Law, or the Pharmaceutical Machinery Law, which protects fraudsters and drives out genuine folk remedies for the sake of pure money. It is illegal for us to say that this or that thing will work to cure a disease or whatever. However, if you do this or that, you won't get sick. And as I understand it, it's not a violation of the Pharmaceutical and Medical Devices Act. For example, could it be illegal to say that if you get enough sleep, you won't catch a cold? Of course, that's impossible. In other words, what violates the law is saying that if you do this, take that medicine, or eat this food, you will be cured of your illness. If you think about these statements more deeply, they are all connected to business. Only doctors and pharmaceutical companies can make money and spread diseases through hype about curing people's illnesses. To put it bluntly, neither medicine nor food can cure a disease. What happens is that the symptoms get better or alleviated. The disease usually cannot be cured. It goes without saying that curing a disease is a matter of your own immunity and the state of your body. And the opposite is also true. Getting sick is a problem with your own immunity or a problem with your physical condition. What is the cause of weakened immunity and worsening of physical condition? It is true that some people may actually become seriously ill due to the various projects involving Bill Gates, which are often talked about in this area and end up in irreversible situations. However, for example, I have never heard of a fatal disease caused primarily by chemtrails, and it is unlikely. If we look at the facts objectively, people who make a lot of money by scams that scare people about radiation will say that the damage caused by radiation is tremendous, and more people in the Tokyo area are affected by serious diseases than in Kyushu, and more people die than in Kyushu. It doesn't seem to be happening. This is my honest feeling as I was actually living in Tokyo at the time of the Great East Japan earthquake. In the end, no serious damage was caused by radiation. However, the number of people suffering from lifestyle-related diseases is increasing year by year, and when I talk to my grandparents' generation today, I find that most of their elderly friends are hospitalized due to diabetes. That's what I say. Nowadays, the streets are filled with plump, fat people, from elementary school students to middle-aged people. The fact that there is a correlation between the number of fat people and the number of people suffering from lifestyle-related diseases, diabetes, cancer, blood vessel diseases, and dementia is something that can be intuitively understood without having to write a paper. And if you were to ask me what causes fat people, I can clearly see this without writing a paper. But it's because they eat too much, and especially sugar. It's not calories or fat. Carbohydrates are the reason you gain weight. The key to this is the hormone insulin, which is secreted when you eat carbohydrates. But I have explained this in detail in several other videos, so please refer to them. In today's video, I'm going to share with you the secret to staying healthy and avoiding getting sick, which is perfectly possible in a Japanese society where people eat too much, mainly carbohydrates, and where diseases are common. We are confident that this is more effective than MedBed. It is a method of maintaining health that is thought to be much more effective than MedBed, which is said to cure all diseases. We will tell you the secret to a perfect healthy life. In fact, by putting this secret to a perfect healthy life into practice, I am already on the path to near perfect health. The secret to a perfect healthy life is the perfect anti-aging method, achieved by incorporating multiple health methods. If even just one of these methods is implemented properly, people who have had diabetes for many years and have been going to the hospital will be able to achieve normal blood sugar levels in just 1 or 2 weeks. It's something that becomes. And even if you don't do anything special, you will naturally be able to avoid having to go to the hospital. Also, people who have been gaining weight for many years or who are unable to wear cool or cute clothes may even experience a complete change in their body shape. It is a destructive method that can make you impossibly slim, and some people even lose weight to model body weight in just 1 season. Your uncontrollable appetite will naturally be suppressed, and the areas of your body that have become thick and stiff will suddenly melt. Of course, severe body stiffness caused by poor blood circulation can cause serious illness if left untreated, and sometimes severe stiffness can be a precursor to a stroke. Of course, strokes are ultimately caused by poor blood circulation or are caused by congestion in the blood that causes poor blood circulation. All diseases occur when the circulation of blood and lymph fluid in the human body is obstructed. Impaired circulation means that unmetabolized blood and other body fluids accumulate in blood vessels and various cells. Fluid that is supposed to circulate and stays in the body and is not metabolized becomes solidified there, further impeding the flow of blood and body fluids. As this situation progresses, stiffness develops, and some areas may develop into boils. Do you understand that when blood circulation in the internal organs becomes poor or stagnates, the internal organs naturally stop working? This condition is called inflammation and eventually comes to be called cancer. It's a very simple mechanism. Naturally, the people who are most likely to suffer from such stagnation of blood and body fluid circulation and malfunction are those who have gained weight due to overeating. That's why even official medicine recognizes that overeating and obesity are the biggest causes of lifestyle-related diseases. The biggest cause of obesity and overeating is sugar. Carbohydrates refer to carbohydrates that are not dietary fiber. The most typical one is, of course, sugar. Whether it's white or black, sugar is a block of carbohydrates and is the biggest cause of obesity. This is because after the fat hormone insulin is secreted to the maximum and the carbohydrates themselves are absorbed from the blood, the body becomes fat. The first step is to stop eating sugar if you want to be healthy. Simply put, it means to stop eating almost all sweets and desserts. Even if it's not possible all of a sudden, the least you can do is stop eating sweets and desserts as part of your daily routine. Furthermore, when we say carbohydrates, we also refer to carbohydrates, and in particular, foods that contain excess carbohydrates are the so-called staple foods. Rice, brown rice, flour, all types of noodles. Eating these can cause obesity, and like sugar, they have a mechanism that causes addiction like a drug. This is because it has the effect of raising or lowering blood sugar levels, which causes the secretion of dopamine, which is similar to a drug and gives a feeling of pleasure. The reality is that when you eat rice or bread and feel that it is delicious, you are feeling a narcotic pleasure due to pleasure hormones. Therefore, even though rice is said to be bad for the body, many of you refuse to eat it for various reasons. Even though you could have confirmed it by stopping for even 2 weeks, you give various reasons and don't even try. It's nonsense, and that's why Japanese people are addicted to rice, bread, and noodles. That's why there are now mountains of obese adults and children walking around town. In addition, the harm of sugar is not just about gaining weight. Even people who mainly eat rice and are not overweight end up getting cancer, diabetes, or stroke because they eat rice and bread, even if they don't end up becoming obese. This is because carbohydrates create something called insulin resistance. And this is an easy-to-understand story that doesn't require such difficult words. The fact that rice is used as a glue is not just for show. Carbohydrates have the property of becoming sticky when burned or dissolved in water. The same is true when it enters the bloodstream as blood sugar through the digestive system, and this sugar causes diabetes. In diabetes, when all the sugar is not burned and accumulates in the body, it gets stuck in the cells and prevents the body from circulating nutrients. This can be considered the mechanism of type 2 diabetes. When carbohydrates cannot be burned for energy, they are stored in the body as fat, but due to their nature, they stick inside cells and inhibit the circulation of nutrients. Furthermore, it becomes stuck as plaque inside the blood vessels. Therefore, even if you eat rice and bread for every meal every day, for some reason you may not gain weight, or you may have always had a constitution that prevents you from gaining weight. However, having a healthy constitution does not necessarily mean that. It is quite possible that sugar has become stuck in cells or stuck as plaque inside blood vessels long ago. The reason you don't gain weight could be because the sugar is stuck in your cells and isn't being distributed properly. In fact, some people with type 2 diabetes are not obese and are thin. When sugar gets stuck in cells, it can become a tumor called cancer. Furthermore, when these carbohydrates are mixed with chemical seasonings, preservatives, etc., they become toxic chemicals that cannot be properly metabolized by the body. Then, the stickiness becomes even more vicious along with the toxic substances. It's no coincidence that people who eat a diet that's made up of chemical seasonings and additives tend to get sick more easily. However, even more than consuming carbohydrates, harmful substances that need to be detoxed are stuck in the body. So do you all understand the mechanism? Why do people with diabetes become blind, get cancer, have a stroke, or develop dementia? If sugar gets stuck in various parts of the body, such as the optic nerve, which is more likely to become clogged, you will become blind. And if the cranial nerves in your brain become blocked, neurons will no longer be able to communicate with each other. The blood vessels then become filled with sugary plaques that, at some point, travel to the brain and cause a stroke. Once you reach the age of 50, you will develop 50s shoulders due to the rice-based diet up to that point. And in women, blood vessels related to menstruation will also become clogged, causing menopausal symptoms. Naturally, when carbohydrates harden around the waist and blood flow becomes impaired, the lower back becomes painful. Unfortunately, if a lot of it accumulates in the joints, it can cause rheumatism and gout. Did you understand? That's why we believe that the cause of all diseases is basic carbohydrates, which are mainly the food we eat every day. Rice, brown rice, wheat, noodles, and sugar are pure carbohydrates that all have the property of getting stuck in your body's internal circulation. Many people with macrobiotics believe that they are healthy if they eat brown rice every day, but this is a big mistake. In fact, people who eat brown rice with macrobiotics and develop cancer or diabetes do so no matter how healthy and pesticide-free their other diets are. The same goes for vegans. Vegans who are not conscious of restricting carbohydrates tend to replace the meat they used to eat with carbohydrates such as rice, which may even make them more susceptible to illness than the average person. In fact, symptoms that are often thought to be caused by the psyche, nerves, or genetics, such as depression, developmental disorders, and in hyperactivity, are also caused by sugar. Carbohydrates temporarily or permanently obstruct the flow of cranial nerves and blood vessels near the brain, causing the brain to no longer function properly. As a result, children become depressed and emotionally unstable, known as developmental disorders. Please observe carefully. What do the mothers who lament on Twitter and other sites about their children's developmental disabilities and blame their children for their children eat like? Almost without exception, these mamas happily tweet about sweets. Many mothers who eat sweets indiscriminately and see their children's problems as not their own or their mother's are also depressed or have developmental disorders themselves. That's what it means. The brains of many children, including their mothers, are unable to function properly due to sugar stuck in their brains from rice, wheat, noodles, and sugar. That's why they are depressed. Think about why you feel lightheaded after eating ramen or a set meal. It's influenced by food. And this is related to carbohydrates, blood sugar levels, and insulin. And long-term brain fog, a foggy state of mind, is caused by carbohydrates being stuck in the brain. Did you understand? In other words, almost all diseases are caused by sugar. It's not genetics, chemtrails, radioactivity, electromagnetic waves, or preventive injections. Carbohydrates are the #1 culprit in disease. It's the rice, brown rice, bread, wheat, noodles, and sugar that you are grateful for every day. That's why I've been saying all year round that we need to limit our sugar intake. These carbohydrate foods obstruct the circulation of blood and other body fluids, which is important, and cause malfunctions in various parts of the body. People in this area often say, half asleep, that once MedBed comes, everyone will be healthy. In my opinion, you should start restricting your sugar intake now instead of waiting like a fool for MedBed to come. And if the situation is severe, fasting is the best way to detox the sugar poison. Fasting also temporarily resets bad eating habits that are full of sweetness. This is why fasting is the most effective of all health methods. However, it is true that there are some areas that cannot be cured without something like MedBed. From my understanding, MedBed is a definitive version of a type of wave and frequency therapy device. The image is that it is a further evolution of the wave therapy device called Metatron. However, this MedBed emergency broadcast in Nasara waited for many years, but never came. However, treatment methods similar to MedBed's principles are already in practical use and can be used. The aforementioned Metatron is one of them. The same principle is believed to apply to handshaking and other forms of healing that utilize energy thought to be emanating from a source. Energy means vibrations and frequencies, and when the appropriate vibrations and frequencies are applied to the body, various organs are stimulated, and the flow of blood and body fluids is activated. When activated, these fluids begin to flow into clogged blood vessels and cells, pushing out the stuck sugar lumps. As circulation normalizes, organs also begin to function normally. In other words, it's a way to become healthy. In addition, the power of vibration of energy can be expected to simply apply energy to the sugar lumps that are causing the blockage, causing the sugar lumps to break up. MedBed is considered to be the definitive version of this effect. And no matter how MedBed it is, in the end, all it can do is eradicate the source of the existing disease by activating the body's immunity and circulation. By activating it, even cells that are about to die may be able to repair their functions, and wounds may heal more quickly. However, even if MedBed were available, what would happen if we continued to eat lots of desserts, eat rice and bread as the mainstay, and keep sugar flowing into our blood? In the end, you'll just get sick again. The years will continue to grow. In other words, even if you have MedBed, eating right and restricting carbohydrates is a must. It is also effective to fast from time to time. Of course, I think it's common sense to skip breakfast, and if possible, eating just one meal a day is even better for your health. Also, occasional fasting for about 2 or 3 days can be said to be effective in detoxing the body from sugar, which is a poison that is stuck in the body and is the source of cancer. Therefore, even if you have MedBed, carbohydrate restriction and fasting are a must. You may be thinking that if you have a MedBed, you can eat all the cake you want. But the truth is that even if you include rice, it would be better to avoid sugary foods that are nothing more than drugs. You should realize that, in a sense, you will be in a comfortable and pleasant state of mind. Carbohydrate foods, including rice, are not only harmful to the body, but are pure narcotics. That's why many of you don't feel like quitting rice, no matter how much you're told. Isn't that correct? Now, I'd like to share some special new information only for serious and honest viewers who are motivated to limit their sugar intake and fast. MedBeds are available. To be more precise, there was already a super tool in this world that was supposed to produce virtually the same effect as MedBed. What's more, the so-called MedBed probably costs about the same as a house. But the super tool we discovered that is comparable to the MedBed can be purchased by anyone who can afford it for as little as $100. This super tool emits a vibrational frequency that is more powerful than the energy produced by hand-holding or healing. Of course, it's more powerful than Metatron, which is a purely frequency-sending machine. And it's probably more powerful than a real MedBed when it comes to vibrational frequency. In other words, in some cases, a MedBed may or may not exist in this world, but it has a more powerful effect than that MedBed. It's this massage gun. It has a simple mechanism that generates powerful vibrations, and unlike existing massage machines, it uses a hard attachment made of plastic to send vibrations to the body. When you send it to the bones vibrate tremendously, and the vibration range is quite wide. When you use this on your scalp, you can shake it around and break down the lymph deposits that are stuck between the scalp and the skull, and the deposits that have solidified sugars and turned into hard lard. The reason I realized that a massage gun is actually a MedBed was because I used a massage gun to massage my scalp. In fact, these waste deposits located between the scalp and skull block the circulation of blood and body fluids throughout the body. This means that the direct joint causes of gout, numbness in the feet, lower back pain, shoulder pain, and neck stiffness are found in the deposits stuck to the head. It goes without saying that the space between your skull and scalp is a place where sticky waste from carbohydrates can accumulate more easily than anywhere else in your body. This is because, unlike other parts of the body, there is very little fluid movement in this area, the space between the scalp and skull. Please touch your head carefully. How uneven is it and how distorted is it? Its distorted shape is not the shape of a skull. The head is originally a smooth ball-like ball. However, many people's heads are probably misshapen or have something like a scab stuck to them. If you touch it more closely, you should also feel something like a strange lump inside your scalp. All of them are waste products that are made of sugar that has turned into something like lard, making it look like meat and stick to it. They fundamentally obstruct your blood flow and have a negative impact on blood flow throughout your body. These deposits need to be loosened, broken down, destroyed, and flushed away with full force finger massage and this massage gun. I've been doing this head massage for about 4 months now, but it's only in the past month that I've been able to get rid of the horn-like protrusions due to the shape of my head, and since I started using the massage gun. Will MedBed be able to destroy the deposits stuck to the head and flush them away? I have a lot of doubts, but unless we get rid of it, our bodies will never reach a truly healthy state. Powerful physical vibrations can break down the lumps that are stuck to your body, which are made of sugar. That's why this massage gun is called MedBed. This is because it can destroy and remove sugar clumps that obstruct the circulation of blood and body fluids, which is the cause of illness. Even though I tried to detox by fasting and restricting my sugar intake, the huge horn-like layer of fluid and sugar waste that had formed on my head never got rid of. This is the limit of dietary detox. However, a massage gun physically accomplishes this. That's because, like the MedBed, a massage gun is a machine that sends vibrational frequencies into your body. And the vibrational frequency of this massage gun is physically more powerful than Metatron, more powerful than Handshake, more powerful than all other forms of healing, and more powerful than MedBed. Of course, the first step is to break down and remove the waste products from the head, but this process will probably take about a year. However, the immediate effects will be visible within 3 days after massaging your head. Many people suffer from adverse reactions such as falling asleep or developing a fever due to the effects of toxins and waste products that dissolve from the head into the body. The poison that is stuck in our heads is so deep-rooted, and the #1 war criminal is sugar. Rice, brown rice, wheat noodles, and sugar were the biggest health problems. And a massage gun with more power than this MedBed doesn't have to be used only for the head. There are probably multiple places in your body where sugar has solidified and blood circulation is poor. By applying it patiently, you loosen and break down the lumps of carbohydrates that have become stuck as a result of your own disordered eating habits, such as rice, wheat, and sweets, and detox. You will be incredibly healthy. You will become younger, and aging may be slowed, stopped, or even reversed. Blood flows into areas where there wasn't enough blood flow before. And it's not enough just to give a massage. As I mentioned at the beginning, we need to eliminate sugar from our diet, which is the source of all diseases and sticks to cells throughout the body. Otherwise, the sticky source of disease will continue to invade your body. The sources of disease are rice, brown rice, wheat, and sugar. Let's not forget this. Eliminate the source of disease from entering your body and maximize your body's detox function with a little fasting. Then, with a body that has undergone maximum detox, we use a massage gun, an ultra-powerful vibration wave tool that is considered to be superior to even MedBed, to loosen and break down the sugary lumps that have been stuck to the disease glasses. Then, it is discharged. By doing this, the blood circulation in your body will be maximized. Your physical condition will continue to be excellent. Your immune system will be strengthened. You will feel tireless, energetic, and rejuvenated. Will I get sick in this situation? From my own experience, there's no way that can happen. In addition to this, we introduce another health method. The key to a healthy diet, veganism, that is, a lifestyle that does not consume animal products. Now, you don't have to burden your body with meat that you can't digest and puts a strain on your body. You will no longer be bothered by the strong body odor or fecal odor that occurs as a result of rotting corpse meat in a state of indigestion within the body. In addition, the Trauma Notebook releases trauma and mental pain, which is another root cause of illness, and allows you to release yourself from the situations that have accumulated so far that attack you and make you sick. Veganism, carbohydrate restriction, fasting, trauma release using trauma notes, and vibration therapy for the head and whole body using a massage gun. This is the absolute health method. There is no better health method in this world. However, when you add certain elements to this, it becomes an even more perfect health method and habit. Illness is, of course, impossible, and what's more, you can get younger. This is love performed with a partner who loves each other, physical vibrations and emotional vibrations, and those emotional vibrations involve the most powerful vibrations of love and the most sublime vibrations of joy that can exist in this world. Ecstasy, it's perfect. Once you achieve a lifestyle that combines all of these, you will have the perfect health regimen. By the way, love with a beloved partner can never be established as an indiscriminate plurality. It's something you do only with a specific person you truly love, by building a relationship of trust with each other. Did you all understand the perfect health method? In order to maximize the circulation of energy, blood, and body fluids flowing through the body, we use a massage gun or love to send vibrations. The two-pronged approach is to eliminate carbohydrates from your diet, which completely inhibit this circulation. A completely perfect healthy life. No matter how much you all make noise about shedding, replicons, chemtrails, and 5G, it will not improve your health in the slightest. However, if you implement this perfect health method that we advocate, no one will be unable to achieve good health. Recently, we have opened an online salon that focuses on vegan, carbohydrate restriction, trauma notes, health activities to improve blood circulation using a massage gun, and relief from trauma using trauma notes. Basically, it is only for people who have already started these health methods or who are motivated. In particular, our salon only accepts people who have actually tried using trauma notes. This salon is a community of motivated people who want to contribute to society by focusing on these health methods. I believe that beyond this perfect health habit, there will be an opportunity to create a truly happy world, free of lies and fraud. This online salon is open only for Japanese audiences. I simply give you my idea for foreign listeners to consider a future step by yourself.
時を越える海風、潮とムクロの波、今私の間をすり抜けては嘆く。うつろな瞳並ぶ鉄格子の国、傲慢と裏切りを諦めで潰した愛と綺麗に飾ってどれだけの命詰めばやがて気づくのでしょうか。血みどろの叫びすらも檻の向こうに隠して砕いてちぎって罪深き人の闇、果て知らぬ欲は自己矛盾の声さえ雑音 冷酷な作業のようにどれだけの涙飲めば世界は変わるのでしょうか。ほんのひとさじだけの甘さにいつまでも勝てない従うばかりで心の安寧と言い訳の山見つめても今も続く残虐に手は差し伸べられずどれだけの命積めばやがて気づくのでしょうか。血みどろの叫びすらも檻の向こうに隠して